Hi everyone. Thank you for joining me today. We're going to do a little practice to make your feet fabulous. So yoga for a fabulous feet begins with our attention all the way down in the soles of our feet. So place the soles firm against your mat. Spread your toes out nice and wide. You want to be able to see some color between your toes, the color of your mat. As you ground your feet, think about lifting your arches in the very center of your feet. So that nice big arch there, your medial arch. You want to think about lifting that up. If you look down at your ankles and see that tibialis anterior tendon popping out, you got it going on. As you stand nice and tall, we're going to start with some breathing because breathing's where it's at. So Krama Pranayama. Inhales first into the rib cage. Then into your belly, drawing your belly in to move the breath out. Every inhale from the top down, exhales from the bottom up. That breath helping your feet to relax, but yet still stay strong and stable. We're going to use this breath to regulate the speed of our practice. So go at the speed of your own breath. We're going to start with a little bit of strengthening and stretch for the soles of the feet and the backs of the legs. Inhaling, arms halfway up, heels halfway up. As you exhale, come back down. Every inhale, halfway up. Every exhale, all the way down. Notice where you're feeling stretch. Where you're feeling strengthening. One more time. And then we'll move from here into Parsvottanasana. So one foot forward, the other foot back. You want to make sure that your stance isn't so long that you can't press that back heel down. See if you can keep the sensation of your mountain pose here. Arms come up. Back leg stays straight. Exhaling to fold. As you inhale, flat back all the way up. Exhales, folding you forward. Notice where you feel the stretch. Inhale up. One more time. When you make it up, swivel your feet all the way around. Swiveling the feet is a great way to work on strengthening your ankles. Press down into your feet again. Lift your arches. Arms up and hips square. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up. Letting your breath determine your speed of movement. Maintaining your awareness in your feet. Can you lengthen your toes a little bit? One more time. And when you make it up, release your arms down, swivel your feet back around, take a slightly longer stance because you're a little bit more open. We're going to work a little bit with Virabhadrasana. So grounding through that back heel, back leg stays straight. You inhale, W arms, chest forward, front knee bends. You exhale, coming back to your start. Seeing if you can power this movement from your feet as much as possible. One more time. And then swivel your feet all the way around. Lift your arches. Inhale, warrior. Exhale, back to your start. Now completely relax your feet as you do this. And notice how the posture might be different. So much of the integrity of our standing postures come from our feet in yoga and in life. When you come back to your start, swivel your feet all the way around. Square your hips. Ground your heels. And let's try that one more time. As you inhale, arms forward and up. Keep your torso torso right where it is as you bend the front knee. As you exhale, come back to your start. Moving with your breath. One more time. And swivel your feet all the way around. We'll do the same thing. When you come back to your start next, swivel your feet all the way around. Take a little longer stance this time. Turn your back heel out just a little bit more. We're going to take our arms wide for Utthita Trikonasana. Grounding through all four corners of your feet. As you exhale, fold over the front leg. As you inhale, come back up. Moving with your breath. One more time. When you come up, swivel your feet all the way around. Exhaling to fold over that new front leg. Inhaling to come up. When you've made it up this time, relax your arms down, step your feet together. Locate your blanket. We're going to put the blanket down right in front of us and bring the balls of our feet onto the blanket. We're still spreading the toes out. We prepare for Uttanasana, forward fold. Still lift the arches. As you exhale, fold forward. As you inhale, flat back all the way up. Exhaling to fold. You might find you need to bend the knees slightly. Inhale, flat back up, knees straight and long. Once more. This time when you come up, you're all done with your blankets. You can move that out of the way. And we're going to come into a twisting triangle next. So one foot forward, the other foot back. Same as before, find your mountain pose in your posture. We're going to take one arm out to the side, the other hand on your hip. As you exhale, you're going to swivel the hips without moving that back knee and touch your right hand to your left leg. As you inhale, come back up. Your legs are switched. Notice that you're just touching opposite hand to front leg, keeping your spine as long as possible, bending the front knee if you need to release some tension. But keep that back leg straight. When you make it up, swivel your feet. My mat's not very good for swiveling. I recommend you use a sticky mat for swiveling. Square your hips to start. Remember, we're going to be pulling that front hip back, back hip forward, but we're going to keep that back knee from moving. As you exhale, twist and fold. As you inhale, all the way up. Definitely my tight side. One more time. And when you come up this time, step your feet together again for Utkatasana. So standing tall, lifting the arches, lengthen your toes. Take your arms overhead. Weight even between the balls of your feet and your heels as we begin. We're going to return right to the same spot. As you exhale, weight into your heels, bend the knees, fold over your legs. You inhale, flat back, all the way up, weight to even in the feet. Exhaling, weight to the heels. Inhaling, weight towards even as you come up. One more time. When you make it up this time, release your arms down and know that you're about to get to come down onto your mat. Always an exciting moment. So bring yourself to all fours. We're going to pair Chakravakasana and downward facing dog. So for Chakravakasana, what we're going to do is bend the elbows back and bring the forearms to the mat, tops of the feet on the mat. For downward dog, we'll lift the elbows, tuck the toes, lift the knees. So we'll alternate between the two of those. As you inhale, elbows down, tops of the feet down. As you exhale, elbows up, knees up. Inhaling, Chakravakasana. Exhaling, downward dog. 2 more times. And then we're going to come all the way down to our bottoms for a little Paschimottanasana. Lengthening your legs. You can bend the knees, but still think about lengthening the legs. Sit on anything that makes you a little happier. Press out through the soles of your feet. Get nice and tall. And hinge at your hips. It may not be very far. That's okay. Keep your back nice and straight here. We want to open up that whole back chain of fascia. You can experiment a little bit as you breathe here with turning your soles towards each other. How does that affect your posture? Or turning your soles a little away. Or bringing them to exactly even as if you were standing in mountain pose. We're going to take one more breath. And then come all the way up. And we're going to work a little bit with Malasana next, our squat pose. So let's start this from all fours because it makes it a little bit easier for people that whose feet aren't quite ready. So we're going to start by tucking the toes under. Bring your hands towards your knees. This might be enough. You can stay right here if this is enough because this can be a big stretch for the soles, the toes, the ankles. You might lift your knees and come into Malasana proper. You might lift your hands if you'd like a little balance challenge there too. Anywhere along the way there is really great to be. But for now, keep your heels lifted so your toes get a little bit more work. And let's take 2 more breaths. That second breath, come down to your belly. Your arms and your head be comfortable. Lengthen your legs. We're going to work a little bit with Shalabhasana. So the pelvis grounds, pubic bone lifts towards the rib cage, so you get a nice long low back. As you inhale, lengthen and lift one straight leg, keeping your pubic bone firm on the mat. As you exhale, lower it down. Moving gently from side to side, seeing if you can really sense what your feet are doing here. Can you spread out your toes? Can you point your toes straight back? Sometimes they like to roll in or out. Being mindful here of the rotation from your hip too. Now if it feels okay for your low back, for the next couple, bend your knee as you lift your leg. Remember, we don't want to lift the pubic bone up off the floor like so. We want to keep that hip down. Noticing if your knees turn in or out, if your feet turn in or out. And if you can maintain your alignment one more time on each side. And when you make it all the way down, bring yourself to stand on your knees. We're going to do a little Vajrasana. Arms overhead, feet pointing straight back as best you can. Noticing if your knees start to wing out a little bit and seeing if you can keep them in line with your toes. As you exhale, hinge forward just as far as you can with a flat back. As you inhale, come back up. Use your feet to help your balance here. They're just hanging out. They're not going to get much help from this. One thing I like to think about here is putting my pinky toes on the mat, whether they make it there or not. I have to think about reaching them in that direction. That helps keep my feet grounded. When you come up that next time, we'll change this into Virasana, sitting back on the heels, opening up the fronts of the ankles. Again, toes straight back as best you can. Take 3 more breaths here. After that third breath, lie all the way down on your back. And take a little Padangusthasana. Flex your feet. Inhale to raise your soles up. Point your toes. Exhale, knees towards chest. Giving the ankles a little bit of range of motion here. And one more time. And when your knees bend this time, release the feet down and come right up to a wall. We're going to do a little legs up the wall. So spin your legs right on up the wall, bottom as close as it will go comfortably. Let your arms rest somewhere delightful. And release the effort. Using this posture to relax. It is a bit of a Shavasana, a great place to spend Shavasana actually. And also knowing that you're improving your circulation here. If your ankles tend to swell or you get fluid retention in your feet, this is a really excellent way to help correct that and or prevent that. So if you've been standing all day or sitting all day, this pose is a very rejuvenating antidote. Because it does affect your circulation. If you ever feel a little bit funny, just come on out of it. It is an inversion. And stay here for a good 5 minutes. If you'd like to stay in this pose for more than 5 minutes, that's always okay, as long as your breathing and your heart rate feel natural and neutral. Thank you for joining me to make your feet fabulous. I hope this practice has been helpful for you in developing range of motion and especially strength. Enjoy your legs up the wall Shavasana, and I'll see you next time. Namaste. Bye-bye.